Today, we're happy to share a special Skyblivion Halloween update with you, showing off some of our favorite spooky, scary, and possibly sinister new additions. As we progress closer to our targeted 2025 release date, we aim to reveal snippets of some of our team's work and demonstrate just how far one of the most ambitious modding projects of our generation has come. Should you feel you have the skills needed to help us achieve our goal, we're always looking for new volunteers. Firstly, let us venture into a world beyond Tamriel itself, the Mina's dream realm of Quagmire. This enigmatic realm is described in lore as a constantly shifting nightmare, a plane of oblivion where the ethereal and the terrestrial coalesce. And we have strived to not only honor its place in the lore, but make this alternate dimension a memorable and standout location for players to experience. The player will arrive here in search of the wizard, Arkved, who lies trapped in his tower, sinking into a nightmare tethered to his suffering and deepest fears. The reality that forms around you tells a story woven from the fabric of Arkved's history and desires, with Mina's daedric artifact, and will take the player through a surreal and mind-bending distortion in order to emerge victorious in waking Arkved from his slumber. While there are many mysterious and exciting secrets to be found throughout this quest, we've chosen to focus our attention on the part of the realm that has you rise from a sunken grave to explore the harrowing forests of this otherworldly dimension. Quagmire is a gloomy, rainy, and treacherous zone, lit only by the shine of its colossal moon that lies settled on the horizon. When the player explores this area, they will be met with all manner of obstacles, from hazardous landscapes to deadly ambushes and encounters with treacherous enemies. At its peak lies Arkved's tower, your destination in escaping this unending nightmare, but only if you're able to reach its summit. Skyblivion boasts many new creatures, weapons, and environments that have been designed to offer players more spooky encounters traveling across Cyrodiil. From haunted mines cursed by a powerful evil spirit to isolated hamlets with unnerving secrets. In this segment, we'll give you a preview of a few particularly eerie aspects of Skyblivion. Skyblivion contains many new undead creatures for the player to encounter. Skeletons and skeleton heroes, some of which are adorned with basic armors in order to provide a variety of different challenges across the game. Ghosts and wraiths are spectral, incorporeal beings who resist almost all types of physical attacks. Only specially enchanted weapons, along with silver or daedric weapons, can be used to hold back these ghastly phantoms. Zombies can be found resurrected by necromancers and other dark spirits in caves and dungeons. Lastly, Ayleid wights are our newest addition to Skyblivion. These weathered guardians roam the ancient halls of forgotten ruins, thwarting daring intruders seeking treasure. When wandering the woodland groves of Cyrodiil's Great Forest region, you may stumble upon a small town of locals who seem a little strange. This town is called Hackdirt and contains one of Oblivion's most beloved side quests. For this showcase, we won't dive into the quest itself, but give you a preview of this obscure settlement. When designing Hackdirt, we've worked to embrace its dark, disturbing, and often sinister tones. The people of Hackdirt have a strange secret that the player will uncover when they explore their dilapidated dwellings. As such, they spend most of their time below the village itself, leaving its outward appearance neglected and in ruin. We hope that the player will view Hackdirt as an engaging and interesting location, adding to the list of bespoke areas within the Skyblivion project. deep within the swamps of Blackwood is a spot no local will wander. Villagers claim faint sounds of miners echoing throughout the abandoned mountain. Some even report the tormented screams of souls long departed, carried through the rustle in the trees. But what they don't know is they are right to fear the cave that lies burrowed in the mountain, for inside lies a horror that none who enters lives to tell. Introducing Haunted Mine. In Oblivion, Haunted Mine was nothing more than a goblin cave, the most haunted thing about it being its name. We've aimed to change that by making it live up to its title, a location that is deeply and horrifically haunted. This location tells the story of a group of miners that began excavating these silver-filled caverns, only to find that in removing the silver lining in the walls of this ancient cave, they released a horror that lay dormant for centuries. It will be the player's role to uncover the source of this foul anomaly and put it to rest once and for all. Next, let's delve underneath the city of Cheydinhal to visit an integral location for many Oblivion players, the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. The Dark Brotherhood is one of the most memorable and adored questlines in Oblivion. Therefore, special care has been taken to enrich this beloved faction. In creating the Sanctuary, our goal has been to portray the Brotherhood as a classy, well-refined organization. Wine, fine foods, dripping candle wax from shelves, and a grand, sprawling library where your primary quest giver and resident vampire, Vicente Valtieri, resides. The members of Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood are not all just cutthroat murderers and hired thugs. We want the Sanctuary to feel like a place where the more intellectual assassin, with a taste for the finer things, would gather. We hope the player will feel a sensation of intimidation and wonder upon their first arrival, but will very quickly find themselves at home in this hub of elite killers. Inside the Sanctuary, you'll not only find its central atrium and library, but also its sleeping quarters, along with a training room designed to test and maintain the skills of even the deadliest assassin. The sleeping quarters will offer the Sanctuary's inhabitants a place to rest their head after a long day of felling those marked for death. Here, the player will find their personal room. Additionally, in and around the central halls, you'll find the Dark Guardian, a unique reanimated skeleton which boasts its own set of assassin gear. Even in death, it endlessly patrols, always prepared to defend against any manner of unwelcome visitors. From the dark depths of the Cheydinhal Sanctuary, we'll move to the lofty heights of Castle Skingrad. To close out this showcase, we're revealing a gameplay walkthrough of a slightly spooky and aptly named side quest, Vampire Cure.
I see. Please, wait here one moment. I shall speak with the Count.
At this stage in the quest, we've been tasked with talking to Count Hassildor of Skingrad in order to find out what he knows about this alleged cure.
More than 50 years ago, my wife Rona and I were both turned into vampires. While I came to embrace the changes in myself, she did not. She hated what she had become and refused to feed to keep herself healthy. She eventually slipped into a coma from which she is not awoken. I have researched what I can, but acquiring the cure is beyond my grasp. So I would ask that you take up the search on my behalf. What little I have discovered points to the witches of Glenmoral. There may be one left. I have unconfirmed reports of a woman seen near the Corbolo River who fits the description of these witches. Seek her out and learn whether she can help.
Now that we have a lead, we'll head over to Drakelow Farm and locate the witch, Melisande.
What brings you to this neck of the woods, sir? Oh my! What makes you think I would know about such a thing? Oh my dear, I gave up witchcraft a long time ago. But a cure for vampirism, that's something I haven't thought about in quite some time. Very challenging and potentially dangerous. If you do a little something for me, I'll help you. How does that sound? I have my own interests, and they occasionally require resources that are difficult for me to acquire. Soul gems, for example. If you can bring me 5 empty grand soul gems, I'm quite sure I can help you with this cure that you seek. I shall await your return. Good to see you again. Do you have the soul gems I requested? Oh, wonderful. These will be most useful to me. Now to the matter at hand. You need a cure for vampirism, yes? I believe I can create a potion that will do the trick. But it requires a few things. To start, I'll need 6 cloves of garlic, 2 shoots of bloodgrass, and 5 leaves of nightshade. Those will be easy enough for you to find. But I'll also need the blood of an Argonian and the ashes of a powerful vampire. Those may be more difficult for you to acquire. Any old Argonian will do, but the vampire must be very powerful indeed. If you succeed, I'll get you what you need. Any questions?
Thankfully, our character already possesses all of the required items the witch needs to create the cure. However, we must still learn more about the ashes of a master vampire she needs us to procure.
This one is difficult. It may be quite a trial for you. But if you are successful, it will make the cure all the more worth it. You have come across a vampire or two in your travels, perhaps? I assure you, they are nothing like what you must face. The vampire you seek is powerful. So powerful that those who sought to destroy him were unsuccessful, no matter what they tried. The best they could do was to imprison him underground, where he survives to this day. Search near the north bank of the river for Hinderil. If you can vanquish him, his ashes will be more than adequate for my needs.
This is Redwater Slough, one of our newest dungeons in Skyblivion. This decrepit cavern was once used as a prison to capture an ancient vampire too powerful to be slain. When designing our dungeons, it is important to us that they feel eventful, detailed, and fun, rather than the often monotonous and unengaging dungeons of Oblivion. It looks like the path ahead is sealed. Perhaps we can look around for a way to open the gate. This ceremonial sword looks important. Let's try drawing it from the stone. As you saw in that encounter, one of our level design goals is to work more dynamic and engrossing ambushes into our enemy encounters. This makes fighting enemies feel grounded in the world, rather than as if they are just idle, waiting for the player to find them. Ahead is another example of this put into play. Looks like this is the prison in which our master vampire is captured. Let's take out these vampire fledglings and find a way to open the cell. Perhaps the ceremonial sword we acquired earlier in the dungeon will be the key the other vampires were missing. Occasionally in Skyblivion, the player will be faced with legacy bosses. These unique, rare encounters will have special stages, effects, and events that make them stand out from regular bosses in the game. In this case, Hindiril is a powerful vampire and comes with a unique two-stage fight. He has been given a more advanced arsenal of spells, weapons, and armor compared to his Oblivion counterpart, to offer the player a unique challenge, surpassing the regular dungeons in the game. Now that we have slain Hindiril, it's time to return his ashes to the witch and have her brew our vampire cure.
Hindiril is destroyed? You are indeed a force to be reckoned with. I shall take the ashes. Finally, some part of him can be put to good use. I have everything I need. Now all that remains is to brew the potion. This, however, is a task with which you cannot assist. Give me 24 hours. I shall have the potion ready for you then. I have something for you. The cure you seek is ready. I'm quite pleased with the results. The batch came out larger than I'd expected. There's enough for 2 doses of the potion. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe this dose is promised to someone. Should you ever have need of another for personal reasons, I can provide it. Our work here is done. You should be on your way. Just leave.
We have our cure, and a spare potion for the Count. Time to head back to Skingrad and finish this quest.
I can bring her around for a short time. You must be quick.
Rona, my dear, it's time to wake up.
We hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at the headway our team has made since the release of our roadmap. With our sights set on a release in 2025, we're constantly implementing new locations, items, quests, and mechanics into the game. Despite our progress, however, we can't do this alone. We're especially in need of experienced 3D artists and are always accepting level designers. If you have the skills to assist, consider applying at www.skyblivion.com/volunteer. But even if you lack the required skills, sharing this video could help us reach new volunteers and finish the project sooner. Only with the Elder Scrolls modding community's talents and the support of this fantastic fanbase could we have ever gotten this far. We hope you continue to support us as we get nearer to our release window, and we are excited to share much, much more.